Have you been feeling burnt out or like you hate the whole of humanity? Hi folks, today we're gonna be antisocial together. It's presently Saturday night and I have big plans. And that's I'm gonna stay in and not talk to a singular soul. Times are tough and we are accessible to people more than ever. So it's important to kind of give yourself some time to just remember we live in the real realities of our four walls. So I'm gonna walk you through everything that I do on my perfect evening completely by myself. I do highly recommend burning your phone. This is a night in, so I'm not looking at my text messages. I'm not talking on the phone, going on a social media website. For me, I think it's important to specifically choose a period of time where you're not going to interact with another singular soul except for yourself and maybe your local animal. Though you don't have to move out yet. Unpack your bindle. But the first thing that I like to start any good night in off with is a really intimate, sexy, suave ordeal, which is, bitch, we're gonna vacuum. Okay, hear me out. It's not hard labor time. This is not clean your whole house. But for me, when I vacuum, and sometimes if we get really crazy, do a little dusting, ooh. The literal quality of the air, I don't care if it's placebo or not, feels better. It feels fresher, it feels lighter. I'm a new human and this is an activity that will take all of 10 minutes, 15 if you got a 2-bedroom. Maybe open the windows or doors up if your weather permits and just suck all the bad juju away. And if I am gonna listen to music while doing these activities, I definitely try to listen to things that just bring back like a nice time almost, or good memories, or just overall make you feel good. So for me right now, this is a lot of girl angst music from when I was in high school, such as just a day, just an ordinary day. You in my life before I ever thought to. In 2007, every cool girl listened to Tegan and Sarah. I'm not saying you couldn't be cool in 2007 and not know who Tegan and Sarah were, because you could, but every cool girl I met, they just knew. We did it! And now the final step to any good seance. I'm telling you, the air feels better. So on a similar note, what I'm gonna do next is I like to set the mood, dim the lights. I don't have any overhead lights, so I just light a bunch of lamps, spread some candles out around the area. Because now we've done our labor, you've been productive. So I'm just gonna begin my wind down. Hello, welcome to my kitchen. So on nights in, I really prefer to make a home-cooked meal versus ordering something because I like the act of cooking, like going through the process of actually cutting things, selecting things, making something yourself, I think is very therapeutic for myself at least. Time to yourself, again, sometimes I'll listen to music. Sometimes I'm just a chef in silence. But I'm gonna show you a very easy recipe. It's for a delicious pasta. You can make this gluten-free if you're into that. Personally though, I'm going full carb. It's helpful for allergies. It's a meal that feels really hearty and satisfying and yet very light and refreshing at the same time. It's a really good summer recipe in my opinion because it's like a zucchini, lemon, ricotta pasta dish. I wasn't ready to name it, okay? In a pan with some oil, we're gonna add onion and also zucchini. I'm proud to announce I did not lose a single noodle in the making of this video. People, we deserve more than DoorDash. It's easier than getting a whole plate, okay? I committed. Okay, as for activities, it's your night in. If you want to watch TV and just veg out, live your life. But as someone who regularly just lays around and watches TV, I prefer to do activities that kind of require me to engage with myself. So the easiest way for me to do this is I will journal. Usually it's just kind of a check-in, just like, how you doing, Lauren? What's up? What's on your mind? And I think just creating some time for silence and to figure out just like, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I was really feeling that way until I sat down and actually thought about it and considered it. Sometimes though, if I'm just like feeling good and there really isn't anything for me to flesh out with myself, just fill out a page full of things that I'm grateful for or just write. But this way you are literally just talking to yourself, and I just feel like we don't often have enough time for that in our normal days. Now, if I am traumatized, if I am going through it, hi. Look, I'm not saying this is for everybody, okay? But it could be. Thor loves it. Yeah, little taro boy. So sometimes, just for fun, but especially if there's something very prevalent on my mind, I really like to just pull a tarot card. This does not have to be complicated. If you have a tarot deck, you can just pull one card. You don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff. I really like this one. I think I've talked about this before on this channel, but I like this one specifically because it's kind of like a self-care tarot card deck. But what I appreciate too is that it comes with its own book, and so it gives you like the meaning and a self-care habit to do in reflection of that. So how I do this is I just ask a really specific question of your shuffled cards, pull one, and then it just gives you a little self-care blurb as to what to do with that answer. And even if you're not a believer in anything beyond the literal, factual, concrete surrounding us, it's just a good way to get your brain to work, in my opinion. Again, it's just checking in with yourself or having conversations or getting yourself to think. Like, it doesn't even have to be about your trauma. It could just be like a creative thing or just like, I don't know, something fun to try. Another thing, I love to do this when I'm alone, is I will karaoke. You can just do it on YouTube. You can do it on your TV if you have one. Obviously, like, I'll just do it on straight from my phone a lot of the time because halfway through a song, I'm usually like abandoning it and it's just easier to do on a mobile device. I just think any activity, it could be dancing, I'll put in the description box below. There's this belly dancing channel that I love and will just do by myself, or I'll do just dance on my Switch. You're here by yourself. Like, I think it's fun to just try things that make me look or feel ridiculous because there's nobody else here. Like, I just end up laughing at myself half the time because I just can't hit certain notes in these silly little karaoke videos that are 3 tones too high for me. Oh, now you're back. Hi. Literally, sometimes I just sit here. I'll just be done journaling, especially like post-journal sit. That's good, especially if you've been feeling burnt out or just anxious. Actively creating time to be present and to be like, hey, the world's okay. My house is actually kind of peaceful and the fresh air is amazing. I just had a really good meal. Maybe you wrote a list of things that you're grateful for. Like, it doesn't need to feel so intense or hurried or painful. And it's just nice to be able to chill in your house and do that. But yeah, it's pretty much my list. So on to the next one. Okay, we all knew it was coming. We're gonna pamper ourselves, folk. So I like to do a little face mask. I'm gonna be doing a pumpkin parfait enzyme tonight. The first time I put this on, I sat on the couch and Thor was just like up in my grill trying to sniff at my face in a way that I have never had happen before. It looks like this. I take it off with a white washcloth, and there was a little bit like left on the washcloth just from rinsing it off, and my partner came over and picked it up and was like, you do weird things with washcloths. I think too, while the face mask is on, I'm just gonna do my nails, do whatever kind of like maintenance is happening. Maybe I'll take a look at my eyebrows. Maybe I won't. It's my life. I am gonna take a bath. I'm gonna put some Epsom salts in there, and I'm gonna get a little dessert snack, and we're just gonna read. I turn off, haha, all these overhead lights. Yep, it gets darker. And then I just have candles going, read my book, finish my skincare, lotion my entire body, and then immediately just slide on into bed. Maybe I'll continue reading, maybe I'll immediately pass out, but usually it ends in a very good night's sleep. If you come across these cookies, buy them. Personally, the caramel is good, but this s'mores one is so, oh, I'm gonna go to town.